Am I the a-hole for getting thrown out of the hospital by my son's girlfriend while he was in a heart surgery? My son has a congenital heart condition. I didn't know when he was born, but at 9 days old, he had his first open heart surgery with a valve replacement. Over the years, he has had many different surgeries and recently had his fourth aortic valve replacement due to a bacterial infection and truly almost died. He's 29 and doing great now. He has a girlfriend with whom he has lived with for 4 years now, and this was the very first time she had been in this situation, so I understand that it is very scary. Because of the circumstances, she and I stayed in a hotel for a few nights together. She paid for most of it, in fact. One day, I asked my son if he wanted me to leave and let him and his girlfriend have some days to themselves, and I would go back home and see him in a few days. All good, and I go back home. We text and talk every day, and I visit on the days he asked me to come down. Surgery is scheduled, and I know that he wants his girlfriend to be the last person he sees, so I'm not even there when he goes in for surgery. Due to the bad infection and the damage to his heart valve, the surgeon calls me as his next of kin and asks for permission for many things, to which I agree. One was an induced coma. I called his girlfriend and explained all of it to her. I rushed to the hospital, sign all the consent papers, and sit with my son who's on a breathing machine in a coma. His girlfriend had plans with her family that day, and when he was wheeled into surgery, I told him I would call her and tell her he loves her, and I do. Am I the a-hole? Because 8 hours later, I see his girlfriend in the family waiting room and she starts screaming that I'm a psycho and called security. As calm as I can be, I said, "GF, he can have 5 wives, but he only has one mother," and I walked out. Next day, I don't know what she told my son, less than 12 hours after all that, but I am no longer his next of kin or even allowed at the hospital anymore, having been told in a text. I didn't fight about it, didn't go back, nothing. Now they're in counseling, no shame in that in my opinion, and my son sent me a text saying that his life is off the rails because I hate his GF. I'm a psycho, and I lied about what happened in the family waiting room. Facts be facts is all I am saying, and I know the girlfriend must have been scared, but there's no ring. So am I the a-hole because I said that my son could have 5 wives, but only has one mom?
Here are the top comments.
Life pro tip to unmarried couples: if you don't want your mama instead of your unmarried life partner making emergency medical decisions for you as next of kin, for the sake of Pete, get the appropriate paperwork in place.
You're the a-hole. It was a terrible comment to make when the situation is incredibly difficult already. These papers that you signed, did you even discuss any of these matters with his girlfriend? They have been together for 4 years. Surely she would deserve to be included into a conversation when difficult decisions are made.